Let's talk about what's been happening recently. Last night, Vice President Kamala Harris drew a crowd of about 75,000 at the D.C. Ellipse, delivering a message of unity and urging voters to close a shameful chapter in American history. Take a listen to what she had to say. "We know who Donald Trump is. This is the man who stood here almost 4 years ago, sending an armed mob into the U.S. Capitol to overturn the will of the people in a free and fair election. This is someone who is unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed by grievances, and seeking unchecked power. We must stop pointing fingers and start standing together. It's time to turn the page on drama and conflict. I will work with everyone, Democrats, Republicans, and independents. I don't believe that those who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I will give them a seat at the table." This message of cooperation is what many people want to hear today. It is a promise to work together with all parties, which feels very important to stop this ongoing madness. Personally, I feel like I'm in a daze, wandering aimlessly, like a character in Valley of the Dolls. Does anyone else feel overwhelmed by this situation? Vice President Harris's message of unity and openness is exactly what we need right now. But do you think it will resonate with the wider public? We have seen other pivotal moments in American history where similar tensions occurred. In 1970, during the Kent State shootings, the National Guard, under Nixon's orders, opened fire on students protesting the Vietnam War. When Harris talks about the enemy within, it reminds me of that tragic moment. It's a vivid reminder of what can happen when internal divisions get out of hand. Her speech last night really moved me, especially when I remembered how Trump used the same location for inflammatory rhetoric on January 6th. I remember watching from my in-laws' house in Florida when Trump said, "If Mike Pence had the courage to do this," and I felt sick because I knew that he had just put Pence in serious danger. There was a mob waiting, ready to act on Trump's words. Seeing Vice President Harris reclaim the space and deliver a message of hope while standing in front of the White House was incredibly powerful. Harris's message, unlike Trump's, was about inclusivity. She wants to be a leader for all Americans, and she said that she doesn't see those who disagree with her as the enemy. That's something we can all relate to, right? We all know and care about people who may not share the same views as us. His promise to make room for everyone at the table feels sincere, and this is something we all crave, especially for those who, like me, are independents. I have conservative views on some things and liberal views on others. I need a leader who can sit down with everyone, regardless of their views, and have a real conversation. Harris's rally felt like a representation of a diverse and inclusive America, with people from all walks of life standing together. It wasn't a rally that catered to a narrow ideology or demographic. It showed the America I know, an America that stands together despite its differences. Harris also made it clear that she is not perfect. She openly admits that she will make mistakes, and it takes strength and courage to do so. Donald Trump, on the other hand, never admits to any mistakes. He never takes responsibility for his actions, even when his team makes offensive comments, such as referring to Puerto Ricans, a place where many of us come from, as trash. Everyone is feeling the fatigue that comes from these constant divisions. We are all tired of the anger and bickering, and we want to move forward as a country. But to do that, we must be diligent. We have to make sure our ballots are filled out correctly, help older voters navigate the system, and make sure everything is done right so that no vote is overlooked. This election is a pivotal moment for all of us and will require patience and vigilance.